So Brandon Graham was doing a Brandon Graham show in Philadelphia and said there's some personal issues going on between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. Dorin, you're telling me that A.J. Brown came out and squashed that a little bit?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, there's no problems with it.
Drama.
Of course.
Drama.
I don't think Brandon Graham goes on that platform with that reach and says it if there's not stuff going on.
No, there's definitely something.
Definitely something going on.
I mean, he's not going to just make stuff up.
Yeah.
Brandon Graham.
Yeah.
He probably caught himself. Was like, oh, man, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Whoopsie daisy.
Oops, but he's not.
Brandon Graham's like 40, too.
Yeah.
He's been in the league a long time.
He's my age.
Okay.
Dorin says he gets along great with Brandon Graham.
You're 30, what, 7?
36.
Okay.
Played an All-American game together in high school.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah.
I mean, Michigan, right?
Yep.
Won the Super Bowl for the Eagles.
He would have played for Rich Rod at Michigan, right?
No.
Yeah.
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 For at
Because
least
we
a year.
came out 2010, yeah.
Yeah, Rod was there from 2008 to 2010.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he actually had Michigan on the right track.
The Eagles have a lot of drama. A lot of drama.
So more than just the Brown.
Well, the Sirianni stuff. I mean, he was on the brink of being fired, based on just his antics and attitude, talking to fans and
That
stuff.
can't happen.
No, I mean, it happens a lot in Philly. And as we look at TV, and it's what they're talking about, they're for a team that's, what, 9 in a row?
Yep.
They are, and you listen to, I mean, I grew up that part of the state. You listen to Philly Sports Talk Radio, it is doom and gloom. And I saw them go to 3 state NFC championship games and lose, and it was like they're the worst team in the world. But for a team that's won 9 straight, the narratives are all over the map. All over the map. And they haven't scored a lot of points, but again, I said this, and then Josh Allen threw for a touchdown, caught a touchdown, and ran for a touchdown in the same game. I think Barkley's the best player in the league right now. I mean, that dude is special. And you have him, and you have that defense, they're hard to beat.
Real quick, Dorin, you ever jumped over anyone backwards?
No.
Have you ever seen that before?
No. I mean,
That's insane.
That's not even like planned. You can't plan that. Like
instinct.
They were talking about it on Hard Knocks. I think it was the Ravens were talking about that. Yeah, because they were about to play him.
Yeah.
You ever seen anything like that?
In practice,
no. And it's Lamar Jackson.
Lamar was like, I've never seen that.
Oh, my God.
Well, the one view of like the sideline, and you see the guys react to it, and you just appreciate. Again, I remember watching him in college, up close and personal, Barkley. And of course, I didn't want him to be successful at all, but then he inevitably is in the game, and you just appreciate the sheer athleticism. I mean, the thing that strikes me is just his legs, the strength he has in his legs. I mean, they are massive. Like, he's got tree trunks for legs, and they're just solid muscle. But he's, equally shifty and fast and powerful at the same time. I mean, he's a load, man. He's got it all.
And they got a good front. You got to account for the quarterback.
Yeah,
Makes it harder.
It's a big deal. They're not throwing the ball well.
Do they throw it more because of this situation?
Perhaps. I mean, perhaps, but they're winning games, so I don't know. Listen, if I'm calling plays, if I'm Kellen Moore, I'm not going away from giving the ball to our best player just to appease a receiver. And they're going to get Devontae Smith. They got him back, I think, last week.
Yeah.
They picked up the kid from Penn State who was in Washington. He hasn't done anything there. Goddard's on IR. So, I mean, they've got some issues. This isn't you're not going in to play a fully, healthy team.
It's not an operational battle station.
However, you're going into Philly where you haven't won since what?
65.
You don't have your best your most explosive offensive player. The odds are stacked against you for sure.
Speaking of doom and gloom and make or break, do you think this is I mean, Howie Roseman, he's not shy of, the revolving door of coaches. Do you think if they don't make it at least back to a Super Bowl this year, you think Howie Roseman to move on from Sirianni?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how good their relationship is. I mean, they fired Doug Peterson 2 years after he won a Super Bowl. And I think that they're in a window right now. I don't have off the top of my head Barkley's contract status, but I mean, they're in a window right now where they're kind of built to win right now. Like they absolutely are. That Lane Johnson's in the league for a while. Brandon Graham's been in the league for a long while. You've got A.J. Brown. You've got this kind of set of stars where if they don't cash in and win one, you start to wonder if they're being coached to do it. And so it wouldn't surprise me, but nothing about this week's going to impact that. It's going to be ultimately what happens come playoff time. But for the Steelers, this week is really it's not a punt game, which is why I go in there guns and blazing.